Imagine waking up to find that every dollar you had saved was gone, locked behind a screen you could no longer access. For thousands of investors, this nightmare became a reality when Celsius Network, a major player in the cryptocurrency lending arena, halted withdrawals in June 2022. This unprecedented move triggered a wave of panic, exposing a web of deceit, mismanagement, and corporate greed. As the world of crypto appeared to promise freedom from traditional finance, it instead became a playground for financial upheaval, leaving victims in shock and disbelief. Celsius Network was founded in 2020 by Alex Mashinsky, a visionary entrepreneur who had previously championed Voice over Internet Protocol, or VoIP technology, and had built a reputation for innovation within the tech community. The company marketed itself as a haven for cryptocurrency enthusiasts, allowing users to deposit their digital assets and earn substantial interest rates, far more than traditional banks could offer. As interest rates surged, investors flooded into the platform, believing they had found an alternative to conventional banking systems. By the end of 2021, Celsius boasted over $24 billion in assets, positioning itself as a dominant force in the crypto space. The allure of earning interest rates up to 18% drew in both retail investors and seasoned traders who hoped to capitalize on the lucrative nature of decentralized finance. Unfortunately, behind this facade of success lay a system struggling to manage its mounting liabilities, one that was teetering on the edge of collapse. The rise of Celsius Network can be attributed to its aggressive marketing strategies and the rapid growth of cryptocurrency during the 2020 bull market. While Bitcoin and Ethereum prices soared, so did the aspirations of countless individuals who sought to transform their lives through their investments. The community surrounding Celsius blossomed, creating a vibrant online ecosystem that celebrated potential profits and long-term financial independence. However, as summer approached in 2022, the entire landscape shifted dramatically. Major cryptocurrencies began to plummet as the global economy faced daunting challenges. High inflation rates and rising interest rates prompted skepticism in the crypto market, wreaking havoc on many investors. Celsius, once viewed as a bastion of hope, found itself facing a flood of withdrawal requests from anxious customers. To understand how Celsius Network fell into disarray, we must examine the mechanics behind its model. Allegedly, the company engaged in risky lending practices, providing loans to hedge funds and institutional clients at a time when the market was becoming increasingly volatile. Celsius would utilize user deposits to generate profits, offering generous interest rates on holdings while simultaneously repaying lenders with an enticing yield. This model, while often profitable, carried inherent risks that seemed to compound as the market began to stagnate and decline. By suspending withdrawals, Celsius implemented a strategy that prioritized its survival over that of its clients. Investors initially drawn to the company's promise of security and high returns were now left in a limbo that many could have never imagined. Allegations surfaced suggesting that Celsius had mismanaged funds and made severe liquidity decisions, leading to the company's eventual crash. Furthermore, as customers turned to social media channels to voice their outrage, suspicions of impropriety grew. The fallout was swift. On June 13th, as withdrawal requests surged, Celsius released a statement indicating it would pause all withdrawals and transfers, effectively freezing the accounts of its users. Panic spread like wildfire among investors, as cries for help echoed through forums and social media platforms. Within days, Celsius filed for bankruptcy in the Southern District of New York, reporting liabilities of up to $6.7 billion, and further revealing that more than 161,000 customers had funds locked within the platform. For many, the collapse signified a complete loss of their life savings. Countless reports emerged of individuals who had relied on Celsius as a means to secure their financial futures. The company's pledge to allow users unfettered access to their funds was shattered, leaving victims grappling with the stark reality that their significant investments had evaporated overnight. With the underlying complexities of Celsius's operations beginning to surface, scrutiny intensified. In August 2022, creditors filed claims against Celsius, seeking answers for their financial losses. Alex Mashinsky himself became a focal point of the investigation as prosecutors alleged that he misled investors about the company's financial health. Allegedly, he had promoted Celsius's services as safe and enticing while downplaying the risks involved. The disconnect between his assurances and the reality led many to question the ethics of those at the helm. By February 2023, the ramifications of the Celsius debacle continued to unfold in a series of high-profile hearings and public discussions. The bankruptcy court appointed an independent examiner to investigate financial practices, focusing on the company's liquidity management and its lending strategies. Allegedly, it was discovered that Celsius was borrowing extensively against its deposits instead of prudently maintaining reserves. When the market began to falter, the strain was far too great. The examination revealed shocking details. As of the filing date, Celsius allegedly owed over $4.7 billion to over 1 million creditors, many of whom were small investors looking for a stable return on their digital assets. The collateral used to secure loans reportedly became increasingly speculative, leaving customers vulnerable to sharp declines in market value. With minimal regulatory oversight in the cryptocurrency industry, these practices fed into a culture of risk-taking that ultimately proved disastrous. As investigations by the U.S. Attorney's Office and the Securities and Exchange Commission progressed, the narrative surrounding Celsius became one of betrayal and loss, a stark reminder of the perils present in the crypto market. In June 2023, Alex Mashinsky was charged with multiple counts of fraud, including misleading customers and manipulating investment conditions to his advantage. According to prosecutors, the evidence suggested that Celsius was not only underwater, but had knowingly misrepresented its financial position to lure in unsuspecting investors. As the case continued, many speculated about the future of Celsius and whether its remaining assets could ever be recovered. With the crypto market still grappling with the fallout of its implosions, investors were left to rue their decisions. The lessons from Celsius became a cautionary tale for emerging digital finance, stressing the importance of transparency and accountability within the emerging sector. In the aftermath of the Celsius scandal, a larger conversation emerged about the necessity for protecting consumers in the ever-growing cryptocurrency space. Regulators worldwide began to crack down on lax practices, aiming to establish clearer guidelines to prevent future corporations from jeopardizing clients' hard-earned money. The Celsius crash contributed to a public discourse calling for rigorous oversight, better accountability, and strict enforcement to ensure that a tragedy of this magnitude could never occur again. As the dust settled, thousands of investors faced the daunting prospect of navigating a complex bankruptcy process. The recovery of funds remained uncertain, with many wondering if they would ever see their investments again. For many individuals, the hope of financial independence had quickly turned into a cautionary tale, a reminder of the risks associated with chasing high returns in the wild world of cryptocurrency. In the end, the Celsius Network saga serves as a pivotal moment in the annals of corporate finance and cryptocurrency. The lessons learned from its dramatic rise and fall will resonate long after the headlines fade, urging individuals to remain vigilant and informed as they delve into uncharted waters. Throughout this journey, the haunting specter of betrayal lingers for those who trusted in the promises of wealth and freedom, those now left grappling with the ultimate reality. Their savings, once thought secure, forever frozen in time. If you found this story interesting, hit that like button and subscribe so we can keep making these videos. Tomorrow, we are diving into a story that is just as shocking. Terra Luna, the $40 billion crypto wipeout that shocked the world. You will not want to miss it. I will see you there.